Hi guys, and welcome to the 2024 VVCAL videos. This is the Dandelion Motif, and that's what we're going to be making today. So I'm going to put a slip knot on my hook, chain 3, and slip stitch in the third chain from the hook to close my ring. And I'm going to make 18 stitches into this ring. So if you like to do a magic circle, or if you want to chain 4, since we're doing 18 stitches, that's totally fine, but I just shove the stitches in there and I'll show you kind of how I scoot the stitches over. So we're going to start with a beginning treble crochet. So into this ring, I'm going to do a single crochet with no chaining up. And make sure I get into the center. All right, and then chain 2, and that's the first treble crochet of the round. I'm going to make 17 more treble crochet, and I'm just going to keep stacking them in there. And once you get like about 6 of them, you can start scooching them over, and you'll have more space on your center ring to fit more. Just keep on going and keep on scooching until you have 18 trebles, including that beginning one. So you see how it starts to kind of cup? So you're just gonna grab your stitches and grab your ring and pull them apart. So you pull all the stitches together like that, and then you can see they stand up straight because they're no longer spread out around the ring. All right, so I'm just gonna keep going until I have all 18. Okay, so here's my first round, and I just need to close it by working a slip stitch into the second chain of this beginning treble. So I'll go ahead and do that. All right, so now I've got all my 18 stitches there, and we're gonna start round 2 in the next stitch with a beginning double crochet. So just go straight into the next stitch with a single crochet, no chaining up, and then chain 1. That's going to be the first double crochet of the round. Now I'm going to make a double crochet in that same stitch, and we're just going to make 2 double crochet in every stitch all the way around, so that you're going to have 36 double crochet stitches. Okay. All right, here is round 2, and I will close the round with a slip stitch in the chain of the double crochet, the beginning double crochet. All right, so there we go. We're going to start round 3 in the next stitch with a single crochet, no chaining up, chain 3, skip 1 stitch and single crochet in the next stitch, and that's your repeat. Chain 3, skip 1, single crochet in the next stitch. All right, all the way around so that you have 18 singles and 18 chain spaces. Here we go. Okay, round 3 is complete, and I did go ahead and join with the slip stitch in the first single crochet to finish the round. And now we're going to start making our so-called petals. So into every chain space, we're going to do single crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Okay, so that's how our petal looks, and we're going to do that in every single chain space. And if you're working from a 10-gram ball, this motif does eat up like pretty much all of your yarn except for a short amount. So if you're afraid you're going to run out, because sometimes you've been running out almost and you have to go back and use a smaller hook for the last round or something, or decrease something, you can work 1 chain in the middle instead of 2 chains, and that'll help give you a little more yarn to play with at the end. So there are going to be 18 petals, so that's 18 chains, so that'll give you a little extra yarn there whenever you work. But the chain 2 in between these 2 doubles, you can also work a chain 1, so it won't change the look. I just did chain 2, and so we're going to go ahead, I'll show you again in the next petal in the next chain space. Single crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 2 or chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Okay, and then just keep going all the way around until you have your 18 little petals here. All right, so our petal round is complete, and I just need to join with a slip stitch in my first single crochet. All right, so that's how we're looking here. It's gonna look a little frilly if you just pick it up and mess around with it, but we're gonna be anchoring some of these petals so that on the whole, the petals lay down flat. Okay, so I'm going to release the loop from the hook now that I've closed my round. I'm going to go from back to front with my hook through the single crochet and grab my loop, pull it to the back of the work. So my loop is on the back now, and we're going to work a round of chain spaces with back post single crochet so that I can make a anchoring round to work off of there. So let me show you what I mean. So I'm on the back, I'm gonna chain 3. And then I'm gonna find my next single crochet over here from the round 3 and then work a back post single crochet. So I'm just going to put my hook like this around that stitch, around the post of it, and just make a single crochet. All right, just like that. Chain 3, go on the next one, same thing. Chain 3. Okay, you're coming up on this side and then going back down on the other side. Make your single. Okay, and I'll show you how it's looking so far on the back, and then I'm going to finish the round and then show you. Okay, so here's how we look on the back so far. We've got all these chain spaces here. And then from the front, you can see your little 2 bars from your back post single crochet. Okay, so I'm gonna finish the round and show you how it looks. Okay, so from the front, you can't really see that round except for the single crochets, but when you look from the back, here it is our chain space round. All right, and I've made my final back post single crochet, and then I'm going to just slip stitch into this first chain space. So now I'm ready for the next round. Okay, I'm gonna make a beginning double crochet, so straight into the chain space, single crochet and chain 1, and then another double crochet in the same chain space. And now my next one, you can see I'm pushing down these petals so I can work into these chain spaces here. In my next chain space, it's gonna be like a corner. So I'm gonna treble crochet, and then treble crochet again, chain 1, and then 2 treble crochet again. So it's gonna be 2 trebles, chain 1, and 2 trebles. Okay, so here's how that corner looks. All right, in my next chain space, I'm gonna make 2 double crochet. I'm just gonna keep flattening out these petals around as I go. 2 double crochet. Now chain 1, and I didn't chain 1 here. Okay, I'm just chaining 1 in the center to keep my stitch count. All right, 2 double crochet, and then I'm on a corner again. 2 trebles, chain 1, 2 trebles. And I'll show you how it looks so far as where to put the stitches on the side, just so you can see. I'm gonna bend these petals forward and show you the side. Okay, so that's how it's going to look. And this is my corner, and this is my next corner. All right, so I'm gonna finish that all the way around, and I'll show you how. Okay, I've tried to kind of squish my petals toward the center so you can somewhat see what this round looks like. I joined with a slip stitch in the beginning double crochet, and here's how it looked from the back, just so you can see how it looks whenever those chain spaces are worked into. And now I'm going to just flatten out all the petals so you can see how it looks from the front, and you will not be able to see that round we just worked. It's going to be behind the petals. All right, so now I'm going to continue on to my second to last round. So I'm gonna once again bend the petals forward somewhat because we are gonna be anchoring some of these petals, just because I don't want the whole thing to go forward like that when you're using it as a blanket. So we're not going to anchor every petal, but just we're going to anchor some of them. Okay, so I'm going to slip stitch in the next stitch because I am going to be skipping that one. And then into the next stitch, I'm going to work a beginning double crochet. So just single crochet, chain 1, and then chain 1 again. And now I'm going to skip the next treble and work into my corner with double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. All right, so here's how we're looking so far. I'm going to skip the next treble and make a double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, skip the next double and make a double crochet in the next stitch. And I'm not going to chain 1, I'm going to work into this center chain space, and then I'm also going to anchor this petal. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to get ready to make a double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over, and then I'm going to insert my hook into like the back loop of this chain, the center chain of the flower, of the petal. So there's 2 chains there, but I'm just going to pick one of them. I like to pick the second one and then just make a, just go into that stitch and also under the chain space, just like you're going to work into regular chain space. So normally I would go yarn over and work into this chain space with my double crochet, but instead I'm going to anchor my petal. So I'm going to back that out. I'm going to yarn over. Before I go into this chain space, I'm going to go into the back loop of the chain of that petal, the center chain, and then go into my chain space. And then when I make my double crochet, I'm going to come through both of those pieces there, make my double crochet, and now my petal is anchored. Now I'm going to work into the next stitch with a double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, make my corner, which is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Okay, chain 1. I'm going to in my repeat here, but I'm going to do it again so I can show you how to anchor the petal again. Okay, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Okay, don't chain 1 here, just work into your center chain, but also push up your petal and make sure you have 2 petals unanchored. Okay, so you're looking at 2 and then anchor this third one. It should be the one that's right on that chain space though. Okay, so yarn over, go into the back loop of your chain and under the chain 1 space, just come through with a double crochet. Now your petal's anchored, go into your next stitch with a double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, make your corner, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. All right, so I'm gonna stop here and show you how this side looks with the petals up. When you're using your blanket, if you happen to have a couple of petals go up, it's not like the entire round is gonna curl since you've anchored every third petal. Okay, so that's how we're gonna do it. And of course you can feel free to anchor all the petals if you prefer. I just, to give it a little more dimension, I just left these 2 petals unanchored. So you could anchor this stitch with this double crochet and this petal with this double crochet, and then you'd have all of your petals anchored. I just chose not to do that, but you can do it. So I'm gonna go all the way around and show you how that looks when I'm done. Okay, so my second to last round is complete, and here's how we look here. And you can see my anchored petals, my unanchored petals, and I'm going to work my final round with just single crochet. So I'm gonna make single crochet in every stitch and space around, but when I get to my chain 1 space corner, I'm gonna make 3 single crochet. So I'm just gonna get started, but then I'm just gonna show you a completed one because this one is just so simple. I'm in my corner with 3 singles. I'm gonna work in every stitch and space with a single crochet. And at the end of it, you're gonna have 84 single crochet with 14 on each side. Okay, and once you get to that chain 1 space corner, just make 3 singles in it. All right, so that's how your side looks there. And this is how your completed motif will look. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. This has been Dandelion from the 2024 VVCAL, and I'll see you on the next one.